आपने पढ़ी हैं कविताएं हमारी?
अजी पढ़ने का अवसर कहाँ मिला, झांका ज़रूर है। मुल्क में जब आज़ादी की आग लग रही हो, जब खेत, घर और भूखों के पेट जल रहे हो ना, वैसे में आपकी कविताएं बड़ी फिजूल सी लगती हैं।
बस कीजिए फागुनी जी, बस कीजिए। कटाक्ष करना तो कोई आपसे सीखे। कुछ और बताइए ना। क्या आप अब भी अपने पति को प्यार करती हैं?
लो, फिर एक गम से संबंधित सवाल।
कट। अच्छा तो हुआ।
थैंक यू।
तुम्हारी झील सी गहरी आंखों में कुछ नमी सी है, तुम्हारी झील सी गहरी आंखों में कुछ नमी सी है। तुमसे अगर इस नमी का कारण पूछूं तो क्या एक खत लिखोगी? उस खत में तुम्हारी सांसों की सौंधी
फागुनी जी, उधारी मत चढ़ाइए।
तुम्हारे खुश होने की आवाज़।
Society is nothing but merely a performance, I guess. It broke my heart, when I lost my childhood friend just because of caste. The government himself is a male, asking a woman that don't study, just get married, take the money.
There is one shot where you objectify the male body. Was that a strong statement against the male gaze?
Yeah.
Do you want to see more of this revolt?
I knew that I'll be misunderstood. Why always the woman? My nanny never saw a river because she was a female. And I was also not allowed to see the river because my father never wanted me to go out.
What does the river hold for you? It's like something of strength or beauty, or what is the river to you?
More than beauty, it's about freedom,
Freedom. Do you feel that there is some kind of a central desire that is very strong in you?
There is always a central desire. My memory is very strong and that's the problem, I guess.
My problem, it's your strength as an artist, I think.
Both, I guess. I left my house after watching Gangs of Wasseypur. It was the case.
If you could define yourself as an archetype.
I think I'll be a lover.
Okay.
It looks like a therapy session going on.
No, I'm sorry, I don't want to.
No, just kidding. Yeah.
Hi Anuparna Roy, it's a pleasure to have you today with us and really looking forward to discuss you as a creative artist, your work and your thoughts about film and the future of cinema and the entire gamut of all that comes with your filmmaking.
Thank you for calling me here. It's an amazing, I feel amazing to be here. Yeah.
So let's get into it.
Yeah.
So my first section of the interview is trying to address you as a person. And why I feel that's important is because I think that it helps us to understand the essence of the person's art. It really gives us an insight into a deeper way of being able to interpret your work, your film.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah? So indulge with me in that.
Yeah, of course.
So the first question is, it's rather said many times that a filmmaker makes the same film again and again. What I mean by that is that there is some essential striving which is the same. Of course, the form of it is different, the characters are different, the stories, the locations, everything is different. But at one level, we are kind of making a film which is there in us as a search. So do you feel, if you can reflect with us, do you feel that there is some kind of a central desire that is very strong in you, or there is a kind of, if you could define yourself as an archetype, like are you closer to being a warrior or a ruler or a lover or a magician, or is there any other way that you would like to define this internal striving in?
Look, there is always a central desire, I will not lie. And if I have to define, then I think I'll be a lover.
Okay.
I mean, I never been vocal about my sexuality, but it was always there inside me since I was a kid.
Okay.
And that one thing, I guess I'm searching and like trying to dig down more. So though I don't think, I'm very scared of making the same film again and again, or use a central theme.
Right.
again and again.
But it
here
will
and
find
there.
its unique way because you
Yeah,
are
yeah,
a
that-
nuanced artist.
Agreed. Yeah, that I have recently experienced in
Yeah.
my third film, which I just directed. So yeah, I think I will consider myself a lover because.
So for you, that means a connection is very important. You're
Yeah,
finding that connection, and
that-
love can take so many forms.
Yeah,
it can
that
be
has to
sexual,
be there.
it can be of another gender, it can be with your parents, it can be with God.
Yeah,
So I think love is
exactly.
a very universal palette, very wide
True.
scope that it has.
True, yeah.
What about your childhood? Do you feel that there is something very special about your childhood? Could you give us a glimpse into that world, the sights, the sounds, the experience of that? And do you think it shaped you in any particular way?
Yeah, it did shape me a lot, like whatever I write, whatever I make, somehow or the other it literally takes me to my childhood whenever I write.
Right.
So I just cannot exclude myself from my childhood, or I just cannot
But without going into specific details of situations, what is it about the childhood? Like if you had to give me a picture about it, what would it feel like? What did it sound like? What would be the experience of that childhood?
It's definitely not so great. I mean,
Okay.
the kind of surroundings I have had, it was a pretty much privileged family inside a tribal village, and we were kind of suppressing the rest of the other caste.
Okay.
So I've seen all of it.
So you felt, what was that central emotion in the childhood that you developed because of this?
I felt that I've been cheated,
Okay.
My parents could have been a little bit nicer.
Mm-hmm.
My mother she is amazing, and I'm in love with my father, but they are also a product of the society. So
Yes.
and society is nothing but merely a performance, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pretty much they were just wanted me to do whatever they have done for the society. So
Right.
that was one thing, like casteism I felt, and it broke my heart, when I lost my childhood friend just because of caste,
Right.
and it shaped me completely. So in the first film, Run to the River, you'll find only two women left with no one.
Yes.
In the second film, two women falling in love with each other. So
Right.
anyway, it is somehow or the other, it is trying to take me there where I can also consider myself that, or I can also consider this, that love is beyond gender, maybe.
Okay.
So I think that's how it shaped a lot. And
So is it a longing for love that you felt in your childhood, or
longing for love was of course there. I mean, yeah, my father was terrible busy PSU officer, he was, and my mother was a typical homemaker, but my mother and me had a lot of conversation which I never forget. Like, she used to ask me, did you dream something? Every morning, like,
did you have any special dreams?
no, like every morning she used to ask me, like, did you dream something? Do you know the meaning of dreaming? Like, did you know? And those things just, stays with me. And she's a very well-educated woman, and I just wanted her to be in a very nicer place than. But of course, I was very close to my father too.
Right. I think there's nothing like black and white.
There's nothing
No,
like
there
he
are
always
shades of
kept
grey.
me here, like always near to his heart, and until I hit the puberty.
Okay.
I don't know what fear stopped him, but I was very close to him, and I miss those days. Of course, I mean looks
what
like
was
it
it-
looks
what
like
was
a
it like?
therapy session going on.
No, I'm sorry, I don't want it to be.
No, just kidding. Yeah.
I just want to know a little more about the environment, the location. Were you free in nature? Was there any special food that you loved? I mean, just give us a glimpse of that growing up.
The nature was something. I'll be very honest, because I was surrounded by all the beautiful trees. The jungle, the Naxalite area. Purulia itself is very pretty, and there were coal mines which were I never liked. I don't know what was the reason, but I never liked them. And the whole life, my father just brought coal to the house.
Okay.
Lot of coals, and my mother used to, like, you know, make them dust and making coal dumplings, and it was typical a family inside Purulia. And river was something that, like, always, like, kept me calling, you know, whenever I felt alone or lost. There was a desire inside me to see the river, because we were not allowed to cross the boundary of the village and go and watch river. So that was a big thing for me to explore.
And that's your title of your first film, Run to the River.
And that also coming because my granny, you know, my grandmother, she told me that she used to story tell me about river. When I was not exploring river, I was just, you know, I was 5 years, 6 years, 7 year old,
Right.
and my memory is very strong, and that's the problem, I guess. And
My problem, it's your strength as an artist, I think.
Both, I guess. My grandmother used to storytell about river, and I used to feel like that why she used to do this. And she had an idea about river which is very sacred and whatever. And when she died, when I lost her, I was exactly 21 years old, and I lost her. And I got to know that she never saw a river.
Oh.
That really broke my heart, and I'm like, what the hell? What's happening?
She lived her whole life far
So
away from
the whole life she imagined river, and you know, and I felt like let's make a film. Just, it's very narcissist to say, but yeah, like, so I sort of imagined her childhood and her child marriage with this guy.
Right.
All I did is just I put the child to a Dalit family, because you have a responsibility as a filmmaker. You cannot be, you cannot showcase something which is, anyway, like, yeah.
But that was also a strong cause, I think, that you believed in.
I believed in it, of course.
So it was the two coming together. I think it was the emotional life, the personal life, and that strong cause that you kind of.
And the guilt was there, because she talked a lot about river. I explored river after, like, when I was 15, 16. I was pretty much near the river. I used to play there, so I was very close to it until I got to know that she never did. It, like, gave me a huge guilt.
And what does the river hold for you? It's like something of strength or beauty, or what is the river to you?
More than beauty, it's about freedom, you know.
Freedom.
The way it flows.
Lovely. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, it's different.
Lovely.
Pretty different. Yeah.
So how did you get introduced to cinema? Was it by accident? Did
somebody?
Somebody?
It's my father. You know,
Oh.
he is a big cinema lover.
Yeah.
He was. So I heard that how he went to the cinema hall, you know, for the first time, and that story literally struck me. Like, and I'm like, I want to explore this world. So television.
What was special about that story?
So basically, he literally climbed the top of a bus, you know, the roof of a bus, and he went to like 30 kilometers away from the village.
So he
to
was
a cinema hall to watch that Hathi Mere Sathi, something like that.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay. So, and he used to tell me this again and again when I was a kid. He used to tell all his. So when I was a child, my father and my mother used to narrate their childhood.
Okay.
So it was literally weird and amazing altogether. So I felt like, okay. I mean, as a male in the house, like, he literally struggled to watch his first film, which is like literally for the first time in a cinema hall there in Purulia.
Right.
So I liked the struggle. So I'm like,
why was there a struggle? Was it too far?
It was too far. The cinema hall were introduced. You know, it looked like it's very forbidden game out there. It's not something you go and just. Even till now, when I went to see my first film in cinema hall, it was Cocktail, the film I went. So you just imagine I could have just went before.
Right.
But it was like, it took a lot of time. I had to like reach to my college to see my first film in cinema hall, and that was the only thing I was disagreeing with my father. I have still have fights about it. I feel like you could have just let me explore that long
So
away.
why he
long
didn't let
before.
you explore cinema?
Oh, he's a terrible insecure person. He always thinks that. So he had a fear that I might aloof with someone.
Okay. And there were a lot of love stories.
And now he asked me, please find a guy. So it's weird, no? So in the beginning he was like, please don't find a guy. And now he's like, please find a guy.
Okay.
It's the whole patriarch journey.
So it was very exciting, and it was not an ordinary event to see cinema.
yeah,
But
it's like
what-
larger than life.
Larger than life. But what was it that, when did it strike you that you want to make a film? Was it the first film that you saw, or is there a memorable film, and when did you want to make a film?
I will not say that, but yeah, when I was 16, I already decided I'm gonna write.
Okay.
Because my father said literature is not something you should pursue.
Okay.
So I'm
So
like,
it started
okay.
as a reward.
Yeah, like I'm gonna do that only. Whatever you say, I'll do the exact opposite.
Okay.
So that was one thing. And the second thing was when I was studying journalism in Delhi.
Okay.
I was 18-year-old, and I found a very good team out there who were planning to, like leave journalism and shift to filmmaking.
Okay. Okay.
And they literally inspired me. So we all did protest and all inside the college, and I'm like, you guys go join. My father won't let me go there. So I'm gonna do job, and I'm gonna save my money to make my first film. And that one thing they remembered, and we always like, the whole team were always very close to each other. My DOP Shubham Shaini, the first DOP of Run to the River, he is like my brother, and he's like still there. We are again making a film together. So we all sort of waited to money to be collected, and then we'll go to Anuparna's hometown to make a film, and we all went there. It was a very privileged situation out there.
Okay.
Inside the tribal village, where we all shitty upper caste people.
Was that difficult to shoot?
No, because they are like, they never saw a camera, so
Right.
they're like, take everything whatever you guys want. And that really, like, now when I look back,
Right.
it completely broke my heart, because I did something terrible out there. So while shooting Run to the River, there was a orange tree exactly in the middle of the courtyard of this Paki's family.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of oranges. And I think I'm still dumb. I was more dumb than today. So I said that, how can I show the poverty, man? It's all oranges out there, not looking good. And we sort of removed all the oranges
But the tree remained.
from the tree, and
But the tree remained.
the tree remained, but we like literally removed all the oranges to showcase the poverty, which really, like, the idea of like, just imagine a poor guy can't have an orange tree. That was the idea inside my mind. I was terribly dumb, and it still really gives me a lot of sadness, discomfort. And now I have realized that what if I started the scene with the orange tree,
Yeah.
these two servant of Jamindar landlord coming and just shaking the tree and took all of their oranges
Right.
and left the tree. I could have done that, right? But so
There's always a growth, I think.
yeah. I mean, I hope so, yeah.
What would you say is very unique about the medium of cinema? So once you started engaging in cinema, and you had this beautiful group of friends who kind of were responsible for you to enter cinema. Why did you enter it? Once you entered it, what kept you going? What do you think is, compared to the other arts, you're also in literature, but why not only write? Why make a film? What was
Why
unique
not
to you?
only write? Because I was very much insecure giving my script to another director.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the case. Second, the zeal was always there to direct,
okay.
To be on the set, to guide, to get guided, whatever. And also I feel filmmaking is unique because of, it's not just one art, it's like the collaboration of every other
Right.
art forms. You
Right.
see music, you see sound, writing, acting, all of it. So it always thrilled me, you know. And the world of cinema, when I explored long back, Ritik Ghatak and the other directors, of course, Satyajit Ray, it always like captivated me.
Any one particular film or scene that has remained with you as like a strong impression of what cinema is to you?
Alfonso's Roma, when I
Okay.
saw Roma, the girl and the boyfriend of the maid, when they were having a very intimate time inside the room, how the director showcased the male naked. It looked very. It was a decision making of a director that was gave me the strength of thinking in a different way.
Okay.
Like it really break my
Perception
previous
of how-
perception of how a sex scene to be directed, and
Right.
like okay, and the way that guy was talking about that. The interesting thing is this, that when the guy, you know, he had this he was a kung fu, I think if I'm not wrong, some art form like
Martial
the
arts
fight,
form.
yeah,
Right.
some art form.
Right.
So he was completely naked, and while he was talking about her mother, he seemed the most vulnerable person, which he was not inside the film,
Right.
and that captivated my mind like for like till now. I mean, yeah.
And how the human form becomes something deeper. Not
And
only
when, yeah, also, and when he denied this particular girl with whom he was sleeping, right?
right.
He like literally made her scared with this art form.
Right.
That I'm not going to take the responsibility of this child, you know.
Right.
That's not my child.
Right.
So that was like the whole contrast.
And this was quite recent, Roma?
2021, because before that I didn't explore world cinema much.
So when you were exploring world cinema, you were with your
When I
parents
w-
or you were independent?
When I was exploring world cinema, I was in Delhi.
Okay.
I was studying
With your
journalism.
friends?
With my
Studying.
friends, yeah.
Studying literature and trying to make films.
Yes. It was two things parallelly.
Was this prior to your first film or after your first film?
No, after my first
After
film.
your first. All right, great.
After my first film.
So you are not a formally trained filmmaker. Am I right to say that? You've not done your education in
no
filmmaking.
education, yeah.
Do you think that's your strength or your weakness?
I think both.
Okay.
I didn't go to film school because I was not allowed. So it was not a intellectual decision like, yeah, I don't believe in film school. It was never like that.
Okay.
It was that my father never allowed me. My father thought I want to become an actress. I don't know why. Why he
Okay.
felt that. So I still don't know. So strength, because I am not scared of not getting good equipments the way these days, in film school you were already equipped with a lot of resources.
Correct.
That one thing I feel.
Right.
So when you just come out from the film school, you feel like how to start, how to get all the resources again and how to get a big camera. Otherwise, I don't think so I'll be able to shoot. I've seen a lot of friends of mine, like
Right.
they're not doing it because they're like, no man, I want to do it like with proper,
Fancy
airy,
equipment.
fancy cameras, and that was never there because I was not aware of equipments. I was not aware of the technicality of the filmmaking. So it was like I should get a camera. I can do that. That was always there inside me till now even.
Right.
So I think that was my strength, I guess. That I
So
don't-
for you, what was the greatest area of learning about film? What would you give most value to? Was it about seeing the films themselves? Was it reading about films in books? Was it about talking to people or your friends? What inspired you the most to get to know cinema?
I think observing people
In life.
in life. Like if I'm making film, I'll never make film which are larger than life.
Right.
I'm not that kind. Like I don't
That's
know
your
about sci-fi
sensibility.
zone. I don't know horror zone because I've never experienced
Not
any
yet.
of it. Not yet. Sci-fi I'll never make.
Okay.
Horror I'll never make. So it has to be something which is personal,
Okay.
which I have experienced or observed or seen or absorbed.
Right.
That has to be there.
Right.
So, for example, right now I'm writing something which is going to talk about the dysfunctional marriage of my parents. And the 40 minutes of the film will be inside a car, and the rest of the 40 minutes will be inside the house, and here and there where my father works
Right.
as coal engineer.
Right.
So it's a very interesting thing. I'm writing this because I've seen the world. I've seen how they've been always, not addressing the conflict between the two of them.
Right.
They were very young,
Right.
and it's just romanticizing me a lot. Like, I guess, yeah.
And is your father aware of your next film?
Yeah, he knows. I wrote him. So it was 3 a.m. in the morning, and I am like messaging him, listen, I'm writing something on you and Ma.
So
And he
what
just
was his
said
reaction?
a thumbs up.
Acha?
And then when I
Told him what it is?
no.
No.
So when I was there recently with them, I came back from Spain and I was there with them, and my father asked me, he came to my room and he sat exactly next to my feet. I don't know why. These days he tries to have a conversation with me. I'm like, okay, dude, let's do that. So he sat next to me and he's like, what is this film about? If you need any help. So I said, I need a lot of help in researching the coal mines. I mean, he used to do a lot of blast there. So he's like, yeah. So he was telling me how he used to do blast and how he had a big mic. So he used to put all the dynamites together, and then he used to like run with the mic, and they used to like blast, and such kind of geography I have seen. I've been near those coal mines.
Right.
For me, it's very exciting to do.
But what about the personal dynamics of your father that you were supposed to bring out? You all discussed that?
So
or?
I was telling this to my DOP, Shubham Shaini. I was telling him that, bro, if I get to know the conflict between these two, they still behave like girlfriend and boyfriend, which is weird, and I feel left out.
It's also sweet.
And I feel left out, left out. Yeah, so I said, if I get to know the conflict between my parents or the conflict between me and my father, I don't think so I'm making film, I'm making home. I don't think so I'm gonna make film, then I'll be making a family, I'll be married with a guy and having a kid. So my DOP was laughing that what's wrong with you? Well, like, why don't you sit with your father? I'm like, no matter I'm making this film, I'm never gonna ask him that when my puberty hit, why did you just leave me?
Right.
This
is your search in your art.
I don't want to ask him.
Yeah.
And I also don't want to ask him about my lost friend Jumanath. Why don't you feel guilt about it?
Correct.
I don't want to ask anything. It's like whatever going on between the two of us, it's good. It's very narcissistic thing so that I can, just make another film.
Love-hate relationship.
Yeah, it's good. So yeah, I just don't want to patch up. I'm happy in like breaking up with him and then again patching up. It's good. Sorry, yeah.
Great. So coming to the next section of your of the interview, which is more about trying to know you and your creative process.
Yeah.
So as we've already discussed and touched upon it, that memory is a very important part of your process, right?
Yes.
And your stories, your characters.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not the absolute reality that there is a gap where you're putting your interpretation to it. That's what makes it beautiful.
Yeah.
And as you said, if there's no conflict in real life, then what is that search or that art going to be all about? There will be the answers. I will not be putting my answers. So I love that. But if we could just reflect on what is the nature of your artistic process. So there are some artists who are more interested in finding answers through their subconscious. Through their subconscious mind, or they use various practices, right, from meditation to psychic automatism or anything, right?
Yeah, got it.
And then of course there are some artists who are very disciplined and who are very rational and logical, besides the other element that goes with it. So besides memory, what would you say is a very important part of your artistic creative process?
I was about to say just memory only, because and if you ask me the process, so basically I'm very disciplined when it comes to writing. Like and when I start writing, I literally retreat to the childhood and retreat to my own experiences, which like during the time of songs.
Right.
Songs was something very personal. Like I always felt like Thua, I always felt like Sweta. There was not a single moment where I was away from the craft or I was away from these two. So it was a very subjective thing for me.
Right.
But of course, I like, if you ask me the rigorous process, then I lock myself, I write.
Okay.
I come out, I party. Then again I lock myself, again I write. And then again I take like a lot of break, like 10 days or 20 days, doing nothing, away from my craft. And then again something
and let it grow inside you.
Yeah, and then something hit, inside me, and then I'm like, okay, again I'm like, so guilt, there, I think a lot of guilt which I try to collect. It's a
Collect. Okay.
Yeah, I try to gather a lot of guilt inside me to write again. that is really crazy and that's really weird. But these days the process is like when I was writing Lovers in the Blue Light, which is the very recent film of mine.
Your third film.
My third film. In that film, I had a deadline because a producer was involved. Okay,
Right.
and when producer is involved, there's a deadline.
Correct.
Because he's throwing money, right? So you cannot just show the tantrum and all.
Yeah.
So I was pretty much obsessed with the camera angle.
Okay.
I felt like as a director, as a writer, you have to be aware about the camera angle before your DOP tells. Otherwise, you're gonna lack. That's my subject.
And this is at the writing stage.
If
From
you
the
see the
writing.
script, I'm gonna show you after the interview. If
Yeah.
you see the script, you'll find the camera angle there.
And
And I
even
don't
though
want myself to be away from the cinematography.
you want it to be very organic. And
I
I think
feel like I should know what's happening and where the camera is.
correct.
For example, I don't know, I try to invent, I believe in inventing something which has not been, like try to give something which is very new and
Yeah.
which can make sense,
Yeah.
So,
Extend the boundaries.
so for example, I'm making this film which is based on my
Your
parents. So when these two of the characters outside out there in the society, my mother making cold dumplings, my father breaking the coals and getting things done. So I want to see them in wide frames. I don't want to see them close. I don't want to know what you are doing. I don't want to go close,
Yeah.
capturing them
Yeah.
and their body language, not at all.
Right.
They has to be like somewhere like
A distance.
timid. They have to look like very timid, like any other character.
They have to be
shall
part
not-
of the entire design.
Yeah, like they cannot like portray themselves all the time. Like they have to be some time where they are just the society, just like a lot of other people, working
Right.
day and night
Right.
for their family,
Right.
making money, making
Right.
food. So that one thing. And when these two will be inside the house, I'll see them very close. Maybe the POVs, because the baby has not came yet. So just the POVs I'm playing with. I don't want to give any sort of establishment shot until the baby comes.
Right. You don't want to, and luckily you have not gone to the process of following the conventional
I don't
language
like
of cinema,
it.
and you want to break
maybe,
it.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe I
lovely.
feel like that I'm just copying another
Yeah.
filmmaker.
I
But
think
anyway, you cannot stop getting inspired from big
Yeah.
filmmakers
Yeah.
and the other big cult films.
Correct.
But there has to be some zeal inside you which is just, pushing you to go somewhere where you never been, where you
Yeah.
never
And expand something new, discover something new.
discover something new. I believe in discovering. So
Yeah.
that one thing that keeps me.
I want to come back to your films and the deep connection with nature. You've already spoken about the beautiful river and
Yeah.
all that. But if we talk about your debut film and we talk about the title of the film itself,
Yeah.
Songs of the Forgotten
Yeah.
Trees. I would love if you could talk a little more about how did that title come along. I I think I know that it was not the first title that
It
you
was
had
not
for
the
the
first
film.
title. Oh God! Yeah.
But I think the title and that whole beginning scene was the beginning scene with the trees part of the first screenplay, or that was also something that came later?
That was I developed later.
Later,
Very
right.
later. Title came from Paresh Kamdar sir.
Okay, he's your mentor.
He's my mentor.
Okay.
And he's still mentoring me.
Right.
And he only guided me with this title, and I just gave him a lot of
But where did he
names.
get it?
No, a lot of names I gave. One was Songs of Forgotten Trees, and he said, let's lock it.
Right. But
So
let's
that's
go
how.
to the thinking behind that.
So the thinking would be like, listen, of course, forgotten trees, right? So in our village there were a lot of trees which are also like which been always observed as forbidden. You can't go there because there's a myth beside those. Beside that, then the myth was this, that if you go with your loved
Ones.
you're gonna get lost
Right.
inside the jungle, inside the forest, and you're both never gonna meet with each other. So that one moment happened with me where I felt like that me and Juma shall go there,
Okay.
and because we were a kid, like we were like I was in my class 5, so we always used to run here and there. And just beside the school there is this huge pond and the tribal village,
Right.
and we were not even allowed to go there.
Okay.
So Juma was the Dalit and I was so-called whatever. So Juma was also not allowed to visit that village because we've been told that whenever you guys gonna cross that village, you guys have to close your nose, like you cannot, because you should not even smell them. Weird thing, like it still can take me somewhere else.
Yeah, but
So
that just
anyway-
shows that in today's times we still have a society which you have been part of. And
Of
then
course, of
then
course.
when you see the other side of the world, how you react to that.
Yeah, but I'm not doing anything great about it. I'm not doing anything great for them. And anyway, so me and Juma
Yeah.
were the rebellious people, like two of us, like.
So coming back to the title of the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was always like when me and her went there, and just after 2-3 years we separated. Okay, when I was in class 7.
Right.
So it was always the memories
Right.
which were forgotten and yet not completely forgotten. So I felt like it has to be something.
So that was a layer that came later, and then you incorporated it into the film.
Yeah.
Then the first scene came.
Yes,
it
because-
went backwards.
Yeah, because Paresh sir told me to sit with your thoughts again.
Yes.
And I like, my thoughts are very traumatic. So he's like, no, go sit with your thoughts. And I'm like, okay. So that's what we did. Earlier it was, the name of the film was The White Ghost.
Ah.
Oh God, I was, so the title was White Ghost. Why I'm gonna tell you? Because my nani said,
Okay.
my nani said that, so while narrating about river,
Ah.
my nani said that, I don't know why I see the ghost of your grandfather.
Ah.
And I said, don't you like him? How can you how can you call him a ghost? That broke my heart, because I heard a lot about my grandfather, because he was the so-called landlord out there, and he had a whole empire out there.
Right.
So all I heard till now was all the good things about him. But when she mentioned that the dream which she saw last night, so she said that I was near the river, and that story she's narrating to a 7-year-old girl, okay, and I'm listening, and she said that she was running, and your grandfather was chasing me, and I don't know why I was hiding. And I said, why you were hiding? If you could have just found him, then he could be together with us. And she's like, no, because he was not looking great. He was looking like a ghost, and he was terribly, I got scared of him. And I heard this, and the story stayed with me till now. So while describing Thua, because Thua also had a daddy issue and whatever.
Yeah.
So Thua mentioned this when her mother, when the separation happened between the two of them. My mother said that though your father is alive, but I still can see his ghost.
Right.
So that one thing, I thought that can be the name of the film, The White Ghost, Safed Bhoot.
But then it would be very, in our minds, the film would be very different.
That's
I think, yeah.
So this is why I sort of decided, no, it's not going. I think.
So I really believe that I'd love to come to this concept of the collaborative process and probably discover what other contributions were. But I definitely give power to the filmmaker that everybody will suggest, but finally you have to take that decision. And that is what makes the film, that you choose that title or you don't choose that title. You have the right to reject it or accept it. And I think what that title does is that it gives the film an entire different dimension. It takes it from a human story to something grander than that. And,
yeah, maybe.
And I think I wanted to probe with you, but that why did you not continue that metaphor of the trees, and in the end in the film why did you go to the ocean? Because you wanted to go from one element to another and open it up, or what was the intention?
Of course, I wanted an open ending.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying they're gonna be like happily ever after.
Right.
The color red, always I put it as a burden. I've seen my mother wearing color red, wearing the sindoor, even she was separated from my father, like still she's carrying it, and I felt so bizarre. I felt, what is this? What is this foundation? What is it?
Correct.
I think the color red in Indian society, it comes as a burden also. If you see beyond the
auspiciousness or the bridal,
if you
it
stop
comes with a whole
romanticizing
baggage.
marriage,
I think it comes
carries
with
a lot of
baggage.
baggage also. Like it comes with a lot of baggage of you have to be
Yeah.
married all the time,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
cannot sleep with any other
Correct,
person because you are wearing red, and
Correct.
the red goes to your husband and whatever the thing. So you will find Thua wearing again the red nail polish on her feet, and it was a hint that I'm giving that maybe it's another loop, you never know. I'm not saying two women will be happily ever after. That's not my narcissistic approach. But rather I'm letting it out there where they are like, they are in a loop. And water, I ended with water.
Yeah.
Anyway, in Mumbai there's no river. I didn't look for one. So water carries memory, you know. So I felt like.
And I think somewhere you've established, again maybe you're working backwards, tell me if that is so, but there are shots where there is the tap that is open, there is running water.
Oh my god, yes, of course. The sound of water, the continuous storytelling of you know, Jhuma's house was full of water.
The
She
mundane
there,
and the memory
flood.
and the beauty and everything.
It was always.
So did you work
pretty much
backwards
intentional.
to incorporate that symbolism? When did you decide that you want to end with the ocean?
Ocean was a pretty much forced decision. It was not something I wanted to showcase. It was, I don't like seeing.
Then what was your original
ocean.
idea?
I thought that where should I go? If two Mumbaikar people,
You couldn't go back to the trees.
No, not going.
That
back
was
to
not
it.
an option.
That was not the case. I felt like I have to end it with water only.
Okay.
And because I couldn't do it and run to the river.
Right.
So I'm like, this time I want these two women inside the water.
Okay.
And of course, because it was a gorilla shooting happening, right? Otherwise, I could have just made them go swim. Do not do anything, just swim and just. It would have been a long shot where two of the women, Thua and Sweta, just swimming together.
Okay.
And I could have just ended it like that. So but it was a gorilla shooting, so we ended up. My plan was, I don't want to show their faces, just the feet. You know, one beside another. That's it. Yeah.
And what, if you could elaborate on the poetry in the beginning? There is this beautiful song that comes in the beginning.
That's not what I wrote.
Then
that's coming from Naz Sheikh.
Okay.
The actress, you know.
Yeah.
I'm very fond of her. She actually, her late mother used to sing this song when you know, she was a kid, and she shared this with me.
And it fitted perfectly.
I'm like, I'm gonna use this. Sorry, but not sorry. And she's like, okay. She was very shy to sing this song because the song is very
Personal.
yeah, it's very personal. It says that the woman is singing this song to alert her lover who is out there waiting in rain,
Oh,
telling her that my husband is inside the house. Don't come, hide somewhere.
okay.
This
So
was
it's got all those connotations.
Yeah, you see how this is how I think it's all about making memory. I don't
Yeah.
believe anything else. It's like
And it's beautiful how when we are making a work of art, we're taking one story from here, one fragment
was-
of life from another
she's
and
kind
combining it
enough to-
together.
yeah, she's kind enough to gave me that song.
It's very beautiful.
So, yeah.
So if we talk about the development of this idea, it started with the personal experience, your very idea of making it. And what would you say was the last touch or the last draft? And how many drafts did you make of this film?
Oh God, I don't know people will believe it or not. I only wrote two draft, I guess.
Yeah.
Two draft. Also, I was writing while shooting. People will not believe me.
Okay.
I thought, what the hell I'm doing? What is happening? The dialogues are so shit. So I went inside the washroom and I'm writing and I'm coming out and
you're writing on
and
the
my
side.
actors are like looking at me like this, Tua and Shweta. They're like, can you just stop it? Can you just stop it? They were like so angry on me and I'm like, yeah, because I don't believe that it's stopped somewhere, like
Yeah.
while you
Continuous.
write. It has to be like it has to flow, right?
Right.
Even in this film, the third film which I shot, there are numerous scenes which were never designed in the script, and I'm pretty sure that happens with a lot of directors.
Yes, of course. And I think it's the
When you
mentality of a director. Some
and when you
people
see
love
all-
to keep it alive.
Yeah,
And some
when
people
you-
are very rigid, they want to plan everything in advance.
Exactly. And when you just see the location, a lot of things just pop up in your head and you feel like pursuing them.
Correct, correct.
So
And as you said, when you hear your dialogues being spoken, then you
I
feel
terrible.
you
Yeah,
like it or you don't
what
like
the
it.
hell I've written, and I'm like, can you guys stop? Can I take a 30-minute of break? That happened with me, but that's very unprofessional. I'm saying, yeah, that's
So
fantastic.
while you were shooting, what was that any drastic change that you made? And before the shoot, you thought about the beginning of the film, or was that after you did the shoot
No,
and
no,
the
after
edit?
after the shoot.
After the shoot,
Yeah, it
during
was
the
never
edit
before
and-
the shoot. No,
during the
never,
edit and
never.
all that.
During the edit, set with Paresh sir, and he's like, no.
Re-looked
no,
at the
no.
film.
इसको
Sat with yourself.
इसको अलग करते हैं, तू समझ नहीं रही है. And I'm like, yeah. So, but Paresh sir taught me one thing,
Yeah.
that you cannot be emotional with your shit, man. Just
The
he's
objective.
like, yeah, like he's like, can you just shut up? Can you just stop romanticizing your own film and your own script, and can you think something beyond the script? And I love it. Now I have realized. And I'm like, okay.
So your art, but is so intertwined with the life that you're living. I think I find that
Yeah,
very beautiful.
it's bad also maybe. God
But
knows.
it's also exploring. You're exploring.
Yeah.
It's a parallel reality that you're living. I think that's very
and I
exciting.
don't know why filmmakers are not honest about it. I mean, it's not.
You're not a hypocrite.
I'm not.
You're
Yeah,
very
I'm. No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I guess pretty much every director have explored it, like explored themselves while writing.
Right,
and
right.
It's very
But they don't want to-
narcissistic approach, man. One can just.
At one level,
no,
it
of
can
course.
be
I
narcissistic.
cannot
But I think
write-
if you can be very honest about it, then it stops being narcissistic and it becomes something deeper.
Yeah, maybe.
It helps you
I'm
also.
not there yet.
You are exploring it with so much honesty, I think, and your work is being appreciated. But there's always room to grow. And you
Yeah,
are going
always,
to
of
grow.
course.
You are going to grow. So let's talk about the female gaze. And you definitely already touched upon it when you said that there was this beautiful scene in Roma where you spoke about the male nudity, and that's what was very striking to me in your film. That even though one of your characters is a sex worker, you don't objectify the human body at all. In fact, there is one shot where you objectify the male body. You have one almost frontal nude shot of a male. And was that a strong statement? Maybe it's inspired by Roma. Was that a strong statement against the male gaze?
Yeah.
And have you seen enough of it? Do you want to see more of this revolt in various ways? It could be putting it on its head, or it could be in various other ways where you could have a female gaze. And in context with that, what is your definition of feminism? What is feminism?
So I am in dilemma in terms of female gaze or male
Okay.
gaze. I'll be very honest. In the beginning, it was rebellious decision. Like, okay,
Yeah.
it come from a very
want to make a
rebellion. I want to
statement.
make a statement.
How dare you do this
How
for so many years?
So
now I'm
many years
doing
you
this.
put woman, naked. So it was definitely not a female gaze.
Okay.
And I knew that I'll be misunderstood, and I've been. So of course, because it looked like that, but it was pretty much that when a sex worker is working inside the bedroom, the customer is coming. Is it
Correct.
not logical that both of them, like, they undress each
Correct.
other and do it, right?
Right.
So why always the woman?
Right.
Why it can't be the male
Right.
also? So that one thing was there, and of course out of that, rigidness, that I want to give it a
Yeah.
statement
Protest.
and all.
It's
that.
I'm seeing it as a protest.
Protest, yeah,
It's
it
a
was pretty
protest.
much there. But let me just tell you, while writing this dysfunctional marriage of my parents,
Your next film.
there will be a lot of scenes inside a communal bath inside the village, and I've seen communal bath with my mother. My mother used to go there, and my father was pretty much against it. When we have washrooms, when we have thousand of things, why you are going to this communal bath? And my mother is like, no, as if like she wanted to go away from the family, as if like just she wanted to have her own me time.
Correct.
So I've visited that communal bath, and I've seen women naked. And I was like 4-year-old with my mother carrying me, taking there. It's weird. So when we gonna portray this communal bath as one of the space inside the film, I fear that to portray the realism, I have to showcase something which I have seen.
Which is the
Otherwise,
male
I
gaze.
wouldn't be doing justice to the film. I mean, I can be pretty much feminist filmmaker where I have just, I just made myself so rigid that
Right.
A, B, C, D, that's it. That I don't want to do. I've seen my mother sitting beneath the beneath the tap water for just 15-20 minutes and naked.
I think that what you're
And I'm scared now when I'm gonna make this film. I know the perception of the people will come like, oh, you know, in the
but
beginning.
whatever you do, people will talk. That is irrespective.
No, but I don't want to give male gaze too, so I'm confused also. So me and my DOP, we have already written, and I'm like, me and my DOP already
Are
discussing
reflecting what to do.
what to do, man, how to do this. People will gonna talk about it.
So how would you define feminism then for you?
Feminism came with the book of Vijay Tendulkar's Leela Banare. Silent the Code is in session. Okay, I was studying it when I was in first year in the college, and I'm like, feminism. The word came to my mind because the teacher pronounced it, and I'm like searching in the dictionary. It literally came like that, I'm telling you. Then slowly, when I was indulging myself into writing, I found out that feminism is something, it should have like came to my life long back. Why the hell I just got to know now about it? I mean, I was always
You were always a feminist. I think the tag or the label or the understanding.
the grassroots of this country, the grassroots are terribly destroyed. I'm telling you, corrupted. So, Jhuma Nath I made. It was pretty much personal. I'm telling you, exactly, I'm taking you there.
Yeah.
So it was pretty much personal relationship between the two of the friends. Like we two were so close with each other, despite. And then I told my father. Then I made a friend. I made my first friend, and her name is Jhuma Nath. My father didn't like the surname. He called it off. I was inspired by my father because I look up to my father as a kid.
Yeah.
I came back to Jhuma and I stopped talking to her.
Yeah.
I stopped talking to her and I lost her. And she came and told me that you were right. And she came and asked me that why you were not talking to me. I said, because you look elder than me. I don't want to get bullied and whatever the shit. So I don't want to talk to you. And few days later, she came to me and she told me that you were right. I think I'm getting elder. Like, I think I'm an adult now, and my father is sending me away to a different village. He set my marriage. And that broke my heart. I terribly fought with her that you guys are like this only, my father was always right, whatever. I did all of it. All the drama happened between two kids. And now Jhuma got married and I've never seen her because I don't have the guts or whatever, and I'm not honest. So now it looked very personal till now.
Yeah.
Until I found out that her marriage was not personal, it was political. So this government was providing money for marriages of Dalit girl child. Like, it was not promoting education, it was promoting marriages for Dalit girls.
Oh my God. And that also.
And then only I decided myself, oh my God, do I have a choice? I mean, the government himself is a male asking a woman that don't study, just get married, take the money. There were initiative in West Bengal. I don't know why people think and West Bengal is a very intellectual space, because Rabindranath Tagore wrote some romantic story on his love life, whatever, like back then when India was struggling. Anyway, I'm not going there. I'm just telling, so I felt that I cannot keep myself away from politics or the gender politics. It was always there. And then I realized that when I was a kid, like I was 5-6-year-old, they used to body weight me in the school. This is happening inside a school of West Bengal, the Great West Bengal, right? The British capital it was earlier. So they used to body weight me, and they used to give me rice.
Oh my God.
So it was, and when I entered into the school, they made boys sit in a different space, girls in a different. That from the beginning they are telling these are two different gender, you have to act. And boys are getting games, like they are getting books, cycle, everything. Till now they are getting electronics. I don't know the situation right now, but it's not good, let me tell you. So, and when I was in class 8, they used to give me, the moment I hit puberty, they started giving me iron tablets. It's good. I'm not saying it's bad.
But the stereotype
they could have just took some initiative where they are like making our mind, like helping us knowing that there is no discrimination, there shall not be any discrimination. The gender study is not there. It was not there. It's still not there. It was always like this, that you are a woman, now that you have hit puberty, now eat iron tablets, and after that you're gonna get money for your marriage. So it's a step by step. Rice, tablets, money for marriage. That's all they have given. So how can do I have a choice not to be? I mean, I don't see it. So I at some point I felt my father and the government was I felt both of them were similar. After a point,
and he was also part of that society.
Performative, yeah, that was the case, and I'm like, that's how feminism came to me. That's how I got introduced with the world. I retreat and I analyze this, and I understood, okay, this is the case. My nanny never saw a river because she was a female. She cannot cross the boundary of the village. So she kept herself away from the nature which was for everyone.
Which she was dying for, which she was craving for.
It was a desire to see it once, and now that her dead body, so we didn't burn her. She was buried. She was buried near the river. Because we had a land there and she was buried. It was not because she wanted to. It was like because we had a land and we took a very, different decision not to like burn her dead body. It was like, so that's why we used our own land, and it was near the river. So look at the tragedy. I feel pity about many women. I don't know. I'm like, just because she was a woman, she was not allowed, and I was also not allowed to see the river because my father never wanted me to go out. So I used to play cricket. I was allowed
to play cricket.
I used to like literally run, and I used to do whatever like I wanted to from the beginning. You know what my father did? My father joined the team.
Oh.
I still remember that. So he was like कि ये तो सुधरेगी नहीं, तो चलो भाई हम ही चले जाते हैं. And he literally joined the team, and it was like,
So there were all other boys. You were the only.
I was the only girl, and this girl's father just joined, and he's
to keep an eye on you.
Terrible player. Terrible. Like I've never seen a worse player than him. Yeah.
I want to talk about acting in your film performances, and before that, I would like to talk about your approach to acting, because one of your characters is a sex worker, and I wanted to know, why did you give her a second profession or a yearning or a aspirational career of wanting to be an actor?
Oh yeah.
Why did you do that?
So because I met someone,
Uh-huh.
and these days, you know, like the Gen Zs are like. So the situation, I met someone, and she was in Tinder. And she just literally filtered the age, like she wants to date someone who is much more elder than her.
Okay.
So I said, why? And she said that because I have a terrible relationship with my father. I said, what the hell? And she said that, yeah, I do it, you know, as a profession. It was like that okay, I understood that she's doing it for the sake of money, and then she wanted to become an actress. So it was something I just got to know, and then me, Naz, and Sumi, three of us in a scooty, we visited a lot of girls like her, where we are like understanding the mentality behind it. Like, okay,
Acting, you mean?
No, not the acting, but they are basically, it's sugar dad. They have sugar daddies. And I'm like, is it real? And I'm like, yeah, it's real. Let's have a cool character like this. So that's how it all.
And can you elaborate now on the acting process with your actors? So could you take probably one scene from your film where either you had a lot of challenges, or it was something that was unexpected that kind of came across? Anything that you can share?
Oh, the bathroom scene, you know.
The bathroom scene. That's my favorite scene.
I wanted
with the wide shot and the long take.
Yeah, I wanted them to kiss there.
Okay.
So three of us were locked inside a room like for 3 months, because it was my own rental apartment, and the three of us, we always were there, like from the beginning of like
Working,
thinking. There were a lot of workshops
Rehearsing.
happening. Yeah, a lot of bizarre workshops, you know, where it was pretty bizarre, like with three of us discussing, and we discussed everything with each other, and you know, in the process of filmmaking, we three became good friends. So while shooting this bathroom scene, it was difficult, because I wanted it to be single take, like I don't want any cuts in between, because I don't like my audience to go here and there.
Correct.
And their mind is diverted, just this is the scene, watch it. That was the case. But while giving workshop also, these two were not so comfortable, because of course they both are in a heterosexual relationship with their partners, and they both were not so much into it.
Right.
And I thought, what the hell, how I'm gonna do this? So then I realized that, okay, let's not put a lot of, anyway, I never put a lot of love scenes, because I wanted that hesitation to be more romantic than anything else.
And that's the beauty of the film.
That's the beauty of the film. I never wanted them to make out, but at some point, at the end of the film, I felt like, what if these two kiss each other, you know? At some point, just something happens which is like very abrupt, and just giving a hint that something happened.
Right.
So that was also not coming, because they were not comfortable, and I made my mind that, okay, this is not happening. Let's not uncomfortable. Like, let's not make them feel uncomfortable about it. So it was a pretty much difficult scene, where like we did take 3-4 takes we took, you know, And Thua is like washing. Thua is like, I'm done washing clothes. Can you tell me what's wrong with this red sari? I think it's pretty much fine. So it was kind of, I guess the bonding between the three of us took us here, because we know everything about each other, and that one thing that made three of us very comfortable. There were no such process because I was also exploring.
Right.
I also don't know what happened when a director goes to the set and talk to actors. I just discussed.
So you rehearse the scene.
I
you
rehearsed the
discuss
scene. Yeah, I discussed the scene. Rather than discussing the scene, we discussed our life with Mel. क्या चल रहा है? What is it? Why do you feel he's that? So I got to know a lot, which
Also
was
part of the film.
part of the
probably.
film,
Become
like-
nuances in the film.
I remember one of them tells me that it's weird to tell on camera, but I'm telling it's okay. So it's cool. So one of them tells me that during the time of intercourse, I wanted him to kiss me on my forehead, but he didn't. Rather, he said, "You look so hot," and I was upset. I got turned off, and I'm like, so women are searching for some emotional validation, which
Correct.
is missing in their partners,
Right.
male partners, and that became something that okay, there are a lot of women out
Yeah.
there who just come out to be as vulnerable as possible. They just don't want to be a machine, or they don't want
Yeah.
to be just a wife.
They're also human beings.
Yeah, they just done
Yeah.
objectifying
Yeah.
themselves,
Yeah.
from so long. That was the idea that came from one of the actresses, and I'm like, okay, that's so cool.
Yeah. And therefore the whole visual dynamics, as you were saying, even for your other film, is present while you're script writing.
Yeah, it has
So
to
you
be there.
always had it in mind that I have these two, and the room that you stayed in had that wide frame for you, ready-made. Literally, you had the bathroom
Yeah.
and the toilet in
I
one
was
place.
left with nothing but the bathroom. I'll be very honest and upfront. So we have shot inside it is a 2 BHK, but still
Yeah.
it didn't look like.
Yeah,
So it was a thing, So I shot in kitchen.
yeah.
We shot in the bedroom, the lane, the hall, everything was pretty much exposed. Only
So
we
this
left
was
with
live.
the washroom. So when I saw the washroom, I found that okay, if we put two different light, we can make them always in two different shade.
Right.
And there's a wall in between them anyway.
Correct. So
The
it was
wall-
symbolic. It worked perfectly.
It worked perfectly. So I discussed this with the DOP, and DOP Devji Samanta gave me an amazing frame, and he said that, are you sure you want to go for, because DOPs are very much particular, let's take some different angles, you will be safe and
Yeah,
all,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, no, let's take just one single take.
I think that's my favorite scene in the film.
I like the car scene also. With the car scene also single take.
Yeah.
I wanted it, and it was difficult to shoot. So we all were just behind Thua and Sweta hiding.
Oh.
And the camera person was in the frontal seat, and I was hiding with the sound guy, and I'm like, okay. And I think we got caught by the police, and the police came, and I'm like, what is happening? The lights and all inside the cab, and I'm like, we are shooting a reel. Even we got caught while shooting there in the jungle, RA colony, because
Okay. No permissions were taken. Gorilla
I
shooting.
have not taken a single permission. So I will tell the young filmmakers that please make film and don't think about the permissions. Nothing, even in Lovers in the Blue Night, in some of the locations, because those locations are out of our budget, and I'm like, I want that location only. So let's take the risk, and we took the risk and we succeeded. Like, okay. So yeah, it was like we got caught during the time of shooting in the RA colony. And you know what happened? The police officer came and he's like, what are you guys doing? I said that my sister is going to get married. We are shooting a, and she has a terrible disease. And I want her to get married. So we have to shoot a marriage video in the before marriage video, whatever happened,
Right.
So it's like that. So he got emotional. He's like, okay, I want your sister to get married. Like, yeah, thank you so much. So it was that. It was so funny, and he gave us like, you have 2 hours. So we shot the whole shoot, like the whole scene there in 2 hours. That was challenge, but it's okay. Yeah, we did it.
So I want to know now about your journey to the Venice Film Festival in context to the film.
Yeah.
Was there any mentor or any of your producers or anybody who told you that Venice Festival will accept a film of a particular kind? Did you
No.
make any changes, not to sell out to the festival, but do you feel after a reflection of making the film and having seen films in the festival, that the festival stands for a particular kind of aesthetic or a particular
Got it,
kind of storytelling?
No, it was never the case. So what happened in just after making Run to the River, I had this idea of sending films to the festival because I shifted from Delhi to Bombay with the post production of Run to the River,
Right.
and I shifted it at the, in the exact room, and I was searching the festival and everything, and I'm like, okay, as an indie filmmaker, I don't have any other option but sending the film to the festivals to get a bit more exposure.
Correct.
So that was the only thing. So just after completing Run to the River, I had an account from where I used to submit the film here and there, all alone. So I already understood the strategic way to send the film to the festival, because of course there are no other option for an indie filmmaker to make a film and keep it to the hard drive. It's not the case. Like you have to send it to the festival to get a bit more exposure.
Correct.
That's how you will learn, you know. And that was the case. So I learned a lot during the time of post-production of Run to the River, and I went to Russia with the film.
This is your first film?
First film, Run to the River. That's how I got my first foreign country visit and all, you know, from river to the Russia. So that was the case. So and then when I completed shooting songs, I knew that I'm going to send it to the big festivals. And I don't know, was it a coincidence or what? I didn't send anywhere before Venice. It was
only festival.
That was the only first festival like I have sent.
Okay.
And in the Run to the River, I couldn't send it to anywhere because मैंने सोचा ही नहीं कि कांस हो जाएगा या कुछ हो जाएगा. I've sent always the mediocre, like very medium, small festivals I've sent. So this time
there was himmat.
There was something inside me, and I'm like, I mean, let's give it a try. I mean, why to fear that to submit my own film?
Correct.
So it was like I've sent. I didn't say anyone. So that was the problem.
So this was initially that you sent it.
I sent a cut which is work in progress.
Okay.
In Venice, and it was a very cold entry. I took money from my father again and I submitted. And I'm like, I'm not gonna tell anyone, because if the film is not getting selected, my friends will be making fun of me, and I'm gonna be like, no, that's not happening. So I didn't say anyone anything until we got the result.
Okay.
The day we got the result, we all were partying. The similar night, like we all were scattered here and there. Koi west mein, koi east mein, and we all came and we partied. So that's the thing happened. And I guess everybody should take the risk to. I mean, it's not even a risk. Like you make
Believing
a film.
in your
It's
film,
like you
sending
make a
it.
film. You have to send it to somewhere.
But post that, do you feel that when I'm sure you must have seen some other films from the festival, do you feel that there is a particular, like if you had to advise somebody that, you know, you send your film to Venice or you send it to another festival, is there something that is unique about this festival in terms of their programming?
Of course, a lot of things. The way they see the first time filmmaker. I don't think so any other festival does that.
Okay.
I mean, I can bet on
So you
it.
think they encourage that, and
The way they encourage the first time. I mean, the director met me after seeing the film when I was in Venice after the premiere.
Right.
He met me.
Right.
He said that so basically an award was already announced in the mail. In a mail,
Formal mail.
that you are winning something. It was not written that what we are winning.
Okay.
Either you have to fill a form and whatever.
Okay.
So I got a call, the director wants to meet, and I went, and the way he encouraged me.
Wow.
You know, he said that, are you from any film school? I said no. And he's like, He's so amazing, and the way the whole festival encouraged us, like we received 11 minutes of a longer standing ovation, and the audience were so amazing. I'm telling you, after the premiere, whenever we three went out from our rooms,
Right.
they used to call us with our names.
Oh, see.
Thua, Sweta, Anuparna, hi. I saw the film, we loved it. And I'm like, look at the response, man. ये response तो I don't think so if I could have like, I mean, यहाँ तो नहीं मिल सकता था. So that was like something which was pretty much new. Again, because I have not explored other festivals, so I cannot just make a statement like this. But
You can
Venice
speak about
was
your
something.
experience.
Venice was something that still stays with me, and I'm like, the experience they gave, it was something.
So when did Anurag Kashyap come on board the film?
So just we completed the. So basically, I was always in touch with Ranjan sir.
Yeah.
Ranjan sir was always in touch with me. He helped me with hard drive and all the things which was required during the time of shooting and all. I was borrowing from people, you know, the camera was borrowed, the lenses were borrowed, lights, everything was borrowed. So Ranjan sir was someone, I reached out to him and I'm making this film. Will you help me? He said, I'm going to help you very professionally, so relax. And he helped me very professionally. So just after Venice happened, I informed Ranjan sir that we have a good news. And Ranjan sir, and I asked Ranjan sir, is there any possibility Anurag sir join us? And he's like, why the hell you need Anurag? They have a very good relation, you know, they have a very friendly relation. God, that mad guy. And I'm like, oh, don't say like this. I'm a huge fan of him. Like, yeah, everybody is a huge fan of him. I'll get him. So he talked to him, he showed the film. And that's how Anurag sir's support. And the way Anurag sir supported the film. He's a child, you know. I consider him as a child. And the way he guided me in Venice. And I saw him just watching films. He was not wasting his time, and that was something we have to learn as a young filmmaker, because going to the festival doesn't mean that you will be like roaming around and not watching. Look at this guy after making so many big films, cult films. He is watching films of other filmmakers and trying to understand the craft a bit more. So I watched Gangs of Wasseypur and I wrote a mail. And I sent the screenshot to him that I left my house after watching Gangs of Wasseypur. Yeah, it was the case.
You really?
I was in my third year and I'm like, I watched the film in my friend's laptop, because of course it was not there. It was not that kind of a film which was unfortunately was not in the hall back then, and I was anyway not allowed to. So I saw it in a laptop and I
left my house.
I left my house after
I'm sure
that.
somebody like Anurag would have been very impressed.
I've showed him the mail.
Artist would have been
I showed him the mail. I'm like, you never replied. So he's like, sorry, sorry, yaar, I didn't check my mail. Like,
so he didn't reply to that mail of yours.
Of course,
When
because we've been busy and all, no. And I've been writing mails to him from so long.
So this mail was written earlier, before you got in touch.
Before, and I'm like, see.
Then finally it all worked out.
I got to see him. What else I need? I mean, sitting next to us, eating dinner with us in Venice. Amazing.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So coming to the last section of this interview, which is all about the future and how you look at the world, because I think you're a very sensitive artist. But let's start with a very personal question. What are your future films? Is there a prequel, sequel in mind of your feature film, Songs of the Lost, Forgotten Trees? Is there any other? You've already started work on your third film, so anything that you could say about your future plans?
So of course the future plan currently is I'm very much occupied with Lovers in the Blue Night. I'm so excited about this film. I'm gonna give a little bit of insight. Like the film is talking about the illusion of love, again the sexual complexities, this time between two men. I was kind enough. Just kidding. So yeah, so two men and they are marginalized people, and how they see sexual complexities and how they are all chasing a sort of identity which is given by, which is basically societal identity. And how their lives are intermingled. Lives of Karim, his wife Amina, Karim's lover Sukha, Sukha's wife Pinky. So it's all, you know, very intermingled thing inside Mumbai Chawl, and it's, I'm so excited to, you know, the film to come out. It is talking about illusion of love, that one thing that always been in my life also. So yeah, that's the thing. And of course there are plans where I'm gonna portray the prequel of songs, which is gonna talk about the relationship of Thua and Juma.
Lovely.
You know, in the same geography where I born and brought up. And on the other hand, the sequel I'm really doubting, because if the sequel happens, it will not be a happy one.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that one thing. And also, after Lovers in the Blue Night, as I have already completed the shooting, I am writing a film called In the Shadow, in the Light. It is about you know, a dysfunctional marriage of a coal engineer, you know, and his wife. And it is talking a lot. I mean, it's a very different film. So I'm so excited to write it because it's kind of personal also. So yeah.
I love all your titles there, all sounding very poetic. And yet have that unifying, honest exploration that you're doing in life. So look forward to all the films.
I get overwhelmed.
You have made on a lot of public platforms, you've raised your voice about social issues, about socio-political situations. So I want to know from you, what is the ideal world scenario? What is the biggest problem that you see today in the socio-political world that exists? What is this human flaw that you feel is the biggest problem for humanity and for the human evolution of a society to evolve?
I don't know if I can say I see men as a bigger problem, but that's not the case. The decision of men, you know, if you see right now, of course Palestine is like literally like the whole human evolution is dying there. Like there's nothing left out there except blood and the murder and whatever. So this is all, the whole decision of these murder were taken by a man. And how USA is also troubling the rest of the third world.
So the masculine aspect of
the
domination,
masculine
power.
aspect, yeah, I feel it's a terrible problem. I think I feel we need a lot of women leaders, you know, who can just come out and save this world. I think because they are very vulnerable. We women are very vulnerable. I don't think so. We have animality inside, and I know it's very subjective, but that's true. I feel like we need more women leaders.
Or the feminine power.
Yeah, for the feminine power. I mean, we can at least give it a try to save the world.
So what you feel is compassion is required. More compassion, more
love.
love.
More compassion and more like, I mean, we could be a little bit kind towards the world and towards the people around, and how these third worlds are like getting ruled and suppressed by the other imperialist world and the other P5 countries. It's bizarre. So I've been vocal about Palestine since I was in Russia, and it was not the first time I talked about it. It was because that festival was not that great. So if I go to a festival and if I get to say few words, of course I'm not going to sing a song.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean that I'm leftist. I mean, I've seen leftists also didn't do anything, any justice to my gender.
Right.
Where for me, gender is the topmost priority. If you ask me, if you see Run to the River, I could have gone far with the political idea of the film. I didn't.
Yeah.
I kept myself always away. Because for that little girl, Paki doesn't give a fuck about the country. Paki doesn't give a damn about the country getting freedom or not. All she wanted to see a river.
Right.
So for me, politics, is something I always wanted to keep myself away. But of course, I have to be vocal about the surroundings. Which is, I mean, the murder of whatever happening in Palestine. It was not just the politics.
I think humanism.
It's like we are lacking. We all together we are lacking, and it's very much evident.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So a related issue for me is that of the state of our climate, the state of our planet Earth. And since you have a very deep connection with nature, with the river, with trees, with the sea, with the ocean, with water, how do you see our the way that we're dealing with the planet Earth? Do you have any insight on that? Any area of reflection? Any small change that you think we all can make in that direction?
I think today's generation is pretty much, aware about where we are lacking. I mean, and we are trying our best. And of course, it was not there when it comes to the earlier generation I've seen. So I've been always raised in near the coal mines only, and I've seen trees are getting cut. So I have a terrible experience. So there is a ice apple tree near my window. It was, and one day it got cut. Like it got cut and it fall like literally straight to a pond, like on a pond. And I asked my father that why the tree got cut and all, and he said this, why you are so bothered about it, why you are asking me these questions. So it was like my father never answered me. Like I found men are very less in terms, like they're lacking when
But I think
addressing.
sometimes the larger society doesn't see a direct relationship with the planet and themselves.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's not that good. I mean, I think we all have to be aware about.
Have you thought about the planet? Have you given climate change a thought? Is there any one change that you want to make?
I have to be honest about that. I have not thought about it. I have not thought about it much.
Yeah.
But of course, I'm bothered.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Whenever a tree got cut, I felt like crying. It happened thrice, or like it happened with me a lot of time.
Right.
And I feel weird that why it is happening. Recently, my friend suggested me that you should go for a solo trip. You should understand the nature a bit more because you've been away from it. So all I want to save, and whatever it takes from me, I would love to give all of it, whatever I have.
I think in your own special way, through your films, you will be giving us your thoughts, your reflections.
Well, I don't think so. It will help anyway.
I think the world of ideas does have a power.
Yeah, maybe.
So I think we'll work towards that. Finally, what is your advice to the future generation of filmmakers in context with your own journey? Something that you would like to say, right from producing films to writing about films, distributing films, exhibiting films, anything that you would like to talk about?
I don't know if I'll be, it will be weird to say, but I will suggest that please don't search for producer, just make a film. Collect your money, you are well raised, you can do job, you can earn money, you can make your film.
Don't wait for anyone.
I mean, don't wait for the producer to come and join you. I mean, producer can come after you nail somewhere. People will just join, people will just, like they will just on board. So don't worry about the rest of the history. Like, just focus on, if you want to make a film, just get the money, do jobs, wait for 2 years more. If it takes 2 years, just wait. And if you can't wait, then just sit with your thoughts. Because anyway, it's a longer process. It cannot be done in just one single night.
How would you like to inspire young artists who probably are not fueled enough with their life or with their experiences to make a film. What would you say about that determination or that honesty with which you use your life to make a film, or what would you like to say about that?
I don't know, I'm capable enough to advise, but
Your own journey.
yeah,
Whatever
but
worked for you, yeah.
honesty always worked for me.
Yeah.
I was about to tell that it was all, I don't know as a person I'm honest or not. I mean, I'm in dilemma.
But you've tried to be honest.
I
as
try to be
sincere as
honest.
you can.
I try, but I know where I am not. That's the problem that kills me. But anyway, honesty was something which was always there with the craft and the passion. You know, I knew that I'm making a film. There was not a single time when I didn't know that I'm not making. I never doubted. I never doubted on my, and I want them not to doubt. I mean, if you really want to do something or pursue something, just do it. And if you are confused, sit with your thoughts. Try to understand yourself a bit more. Once you understand yourself, the rest of the world will accept you in a different way, in a very better way.
I think the more you know yourself, the more you'll be.
Yeah, it's all about knowing yourself. You know, there's no hurry. But if you wait for the producer to come on board and like to help an indie film, I don't think so in India that's happening.
But
That's
that
not
happens, I
happening.
think, once you collect a particular synergy for your project.
I mean, you build your
get
own
people
empire.
involved.
Why are you gonna wait for someone to push you? I mean, how can a producer can push me to make a film?
Yeah.
I mean,
You need to push yourself.
creatively, I don't know. I mean, financially, of course, he has the money.
Yeah.
But I can also have my money. I can also, you know, work day and night.
Yeah.
No matter, I will have lesser money than.
You have a very Werner Herzog approach to filmmaking. Do anything, earn the money, and then go and make
Yeah,
it.
just earn the money, man. Just don't cry and sit and cry. Just don't be a crybaby
Yeah.
because you want, you know, all the sympathy on you, and it's
Yeah.
just, you
And
know.
wait for that ideal scenario.
Yeah,
You want to
that
make it, go
someday
ahead
some
and make
producer
it.
will come. It's like waiting for a, you know, it's like waiting for a guy.
Coming riding on that horse.
Yeah, will give you all the delulu and.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it cannot be possible. I don't. Still now, even I don't know if I'll get my third producer, but I'm gonna make my film because now I have money. I got money in my third film.
Yeah.
I got some fees.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in the next film.
Reinvest.
I'm not gonna wait for a producer. Of course, I'll try pitch. Because one producer just told me, you know, long back when I was before Venice, no one gonna sit and watch your film. You know, and that really broke my heart. I'm like, why the hell you are telling me this? You could have been little bit nicer with me,
Yeah.
like.
But maybe that fueled you more to make the film.
Yeah, and that immediate day I went out from, like I came out from his office, and I was with Sumi, the Sweta's character who's playing. I'm Sumi, let's make something. I'm like, I'm not gonna do this. Go to the offices and pitching myself. Please help me. I mean, I don't know. I'll be shocked if I'm doing this.
What is the future of cinema according to you? Do you feel that technology plays a very important role in cinema? Where do you see after many years, do you see that stretching the boundary of cinema will change in a particular way? How do you want to stretch the boundaries? Like you spoke about stretching the visual language of the film.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? Is there any other future that you see of cinema?
I mean, in terms of technology, I don't look. That those are byproduct, I believe.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, technology always been byproduct in my case.
Yeah.
And that has to be. I guess that has to be there. I mean, of course, the technologies are great and everything, but I just don't, you know, put
Get
them.
excited
I don't
by
prioritize them much. For me, the craft and the story is something
Right.
which can lead somewhere, and then I'll get my byproduct thing on
Correct.
board, and then I'll figure out.
Right.
But AI is something I want to talk about that is literally destroying the world of cinema, and they're just making content, like, and which is very weird and which is not good. I think AI will be something which will be difficult to deal with in future.
And I think how we work with it and how we let it control us, or how we
I
can
mean,
control
we
it.
should ignore AI. That's all I can. I am against AI. I don't want to take a single help from AI and make a film. I mean, if that is happening, then I don't know if I'm honest with myself. I don't know, but of course the impression of AI is too much right now in the industry, and like people are not even directing ads. Like they just, the AI is doing everything.
Right.
So I get scared. The future of cinema is really in risk. But those who wanna make film, they will make film.
I think art will live beyond
Yeah,
AI.
I
Art will
mean,
live
cinema
beyond
will find their
technology.
own.
It will find its own
space.
language or a new space.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I'm so hopeful. Yeah.
So cheers to you, your journey ahead, and
Thank
all
you.
filmmakers that want to explore a beautiful artistic path like yourself. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.